Right, so Monday we're back from Donington last night, so just a quick debrief, like it says in the title. Great weekend, it's lovely to be back, great to see everyone again. We couldn't have made it back without strange championship hours, without some of the competitors, to be fair, supplying us parts before the race, you know, actually while we were down there, out mucking in, helping with a car. Daz Nightingale, big thanks mate, helping us get the setup sorted in an emergency. And you, Stuart Combs, legend. Yeah, great weekend. Old driver come back, I think it's about 16 years since I last seen him. Guy Paul Crease is currently racing in the Hondas at the minute. He's, I think his brother's pressuring him to come back in the minis, but we'll see. It'll be lovely to see him again in the minis. Anyway, how did we go? But I don't think we did overly bad, you know. I was really nervous about the car, new cam in it and everything, you know. How's it going to perform? There's a few gremlins here and there. The build up to it was an absolute nightmare. Couldn't manage to get the setup sorted in the end, so qualifying was an absolute nightmare. The car was just undrivable, so I was a good 2 seconds, about 2.5 seconds off the pace, which was quite alarming. But anyway, after, like I say, Daz Nightingale and Stuart come over, helped us out, give us an emergency setup, and we got it sorted. So we were, I think my fastest lap in race one would have been good enough to put me on pole, which obviously it didn't happen in qualifying, but hey ho. The car's not quite on the pace of the other guys. It's, I think it's missing a little bit of torque. But pull plugs out, and obviously it's we've got no needle for this cam really, so we're sort of starting from scratch again with the tuning a bit. So it was really lean after we checked it. So the only thing we did well with it, I didn't want to start trying to profile a needle there. The only thing we could do was just wind the mixture up on the side of the car, which isn't great. It puts a lot of the other parameters of the fueling out of kilter. Didn't really make much of a difference, to be fair. If anything, it probably made it worse. Race 2, went out wet race, started wet race. It was a little bit greasy. I was hoping for a bit more rain. Sort of helps, doesn't it? You know, evens the field out a bit. But that didn't come off, so tended to fall backwards. Race 1 was a better race. 4 seconds off first place when we crossed the line, which, considering the car's just only just cobbled together and we only just made it, is something to be happy about, and I'm happy about it, so hey ho. Right, biggest pain in the butt from the weekend though, and that started in qualifying. Well, to be fair, it started on Friday when I was putting the car in the trailer. Got a slipping clutch, absolutely devastating, so it's going to be a clutch out. We've got Castlecombe coming out in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks, get a clutch out, put clutch in. I don't know if the oil seal's gone as well, but obviously check the oil seal. If it needs an oil seal, then put oil seal, but the clutch definitely slipping. As the race wore on, it got worse and worse and worse. So there's a bit to be gained there. I don't know if it's enough to bring us back with the other lads, but I'm going to have a look at the needle, bring the needle into line. After Combe, the head could do with the valve seats recutting, to be fair, because there's when we're at the point where you can't lap the pitting out of them, they really want recutting, and they are at that point. So after Combe, we won't be quite on with the other people, but I'm hoping we'll be a bit closer than we just were at Donington. Just sort of hang with them, so you know you get a chance of a race. But fingers crossed, Combe will be a bit closer than we were, and come back next season. We'll get the cylinder refreshed. Give the engine a check over, do some leak down tests. Hopefully the engine's tight and we get a bit of time on that. There's a bodywork to sort out on it over the winter as well. But our next one, 2 weeks, Castlecombe. Got this clutch to do, check this setup again. Dodgy timber platforms, trying to level the floor out. Obviously I've put spirit level across to make sure everything's level, but go around and just check all the alignment again, make sure I can get all my alignment stuff where I want it and get these wheels pointing where we want, just make sure everything's right. like we did it at the weekend, but it wasn't on an even surface, so it might not be perfect. So it's got to be worth looking at within the next 2 weeks. Just make sure the suspension's as we want it. Right, with that, I'll leave you guys to do whatever you be doing, and we'll see you whenever we see you. There's a couple of videos coming out from the races. God knows, I might have some other bits and pieces. Oh, I'm sure Tracy's done some walk-arounds as well. So it'll be some nice cars to see in there, and some great people. Right, I'm rattling all night, but I won't, so see you all later.